So, Scottie Barnes has been in a lot of trade rumors recently regarding Kevin Durant, and I wanted to talk about it. So, obviously, getting Kevin Durant raises your ceiling as a championship contender, and I understand what it would mean for the franchise to have a guy like Kevin Durant because you can surround him in that scenario with pieces like OG Anunoby, like Fred VanVleet, like Chris Boucher, so it's a good environment there for Durant to succeed, and I think we would automatically become championship contenders. Now, would I do the trade as a Raptors fan? I don't think so because for a couple of reasons. Number one, and this is why I don't think it's worth it. Number one, I feel that Scottie Barnes has unlimited potential, and I know that's kind of like a whatever take, but it's true. Like Scottie Barnes, the ceiling is like the sky's the limit for this guy, and I I really think that what we can get out of Scottie Barnes, knowing that he most likely will be a lot more loyal to Toronto too, because we're also gonna have him under contract for at least the next 5, 6, 7 years. So, that plays a big role into when you're comparing him between Kevin Durant. And another thing is, you know, like I mentioned before, I have a lot more faith in Scottie Barnes wanting to stay in Toronto than Kevin Durant, especially once his contract is up. Especially if once his contract is up, if we eventually wanted to re-sign him, then I feel like it would be a lot more difficult than re-signing Scottie Barnes. Now, that being said, looking at the East, if we make this trade, like how real are our championship, how real are our championship chances if we make this trade? Because realistically, like if you can get a championship out of it, it's still worth it, right? Making a trade like this, even if you're giving up a young prospect, if you think about it. But in my opinion, though, it's like the Bucks are still formidable. They just lost Chris Middleton last year, but it's okay. They're gonna be back. Who knows what's gonna go on in Brooklyn if they stay together somehow? They can still be a threat. Embiid's gonna go on a revenge tour for the MVP because Embiid, he feels like he got snubbed last year, so he's gonna be good. And who knows, James Harden might come back and roll back the years like to 2018, prime James Harden. So we don't know. And the East is gonna be a bloodbath just like the West. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned Miami and Boston, the team that made the finals. So I feel like even if this trade went down, I feel like it's still a big risk giving up a guy like Scottie Barnes when it's a time in the NBA where there's so much competition and that trade isn't going to push you. Like, it's not going to make you leaps and bounds better than everyone else in the league. It's not like a Kevin Durant going to Golden State where that just solidified them as number one favorites to win the championship every year that team was together. So and my last reason for why I feel like this trade really isn't worth it is I feel like if this trade went down, obviously because Scottie Barnes is on a rookie deal, we would need to give up a max player, and that's going to be Pascal Siakam. So the trade would probably have to be like Siakam, Scottie Barnes, and 3 first-round picks. And that's a lot. Like, I love Kevin Durant, and obviously I know he's one of the best offensive players of all time, one of the best players of all time. And, like I said, he raises our ceiling. But, we're giving up pretty much the next 3 years of draft capital that we can use as Scottie Barnes develops to make trades in the future or just develop young talent around him. And we're also giving up our franchise player. You can debate between Fred VanVleet or Pascal Siakam, but we're giving up our franchise player in Pascal Siakam. So yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm Mike Talks NBA, and peace.